Hello everybody, Gerone Wright here, and once again you're joining me on my Gerone Wright channel. Okay, I only have 15 minutes again, so I have to make this pretty quick. Here I have images up of Queen Elizabeth. I ended up coming into her today and doing a video about her is because of something else that I was working on today regarding Dorothy Irene Heights. And the contributing image of her 120, I think 20 something anniversary picture done by Google, and in that Google search, which I'm going to bring up in a minute and come back. What actually brought me to the Queen is this image over here, and the reason how I arrived back at the Queen is because this Google search image of Dorothy Irene Heights actually depicts encryptions in her hair. Her hair represents our genes. Okay, in one of those images, after I created a video, I released a video already, but in one of those images, right here at the earring where there's a diamond in the ear, I can see an image of a woman wearing a crown. I'm going to bring that image up and bring it in close for you. Hold on. If I can get it there. Let me see if I can do this without. Hold on for 1 minute. Just take it off the board. And I got it. It looks kind of sort of like a cartoon, but right there. Okay. There's the crown, and there's a woman. There's her chin, her lips, her elongated nose, and this is her crown. Now, it might sound silly at first because there's other encryptions there. You have to see my other video. However, I know that this is an implication that with the diamond earring and the image of a queen, a witch-like woman, a queen appearing there, implies to me that royal bloodlines had at some point during this woman's career, her time, her existence, contaminated her, and she was a genetic mule. Now, again, this all sounds incredible and sounds unbelievable. However, I take that, I did the video already, and the video has already went. That video's planned. Let this be a second part of that video. So, in an afterthought, I said to myself, let me see if Dorothy Irene Heights have visited anywhere with Queen Elizabeth or royalty. So what I did is went to images of Dorothy Irene Heights, and I found something to be very stunning, because I know that ancient rooted royalty and ancient rooted religion have genetically been always being changing the identity, the genetic identity of mankind's being. So if you Google images for Heights, Miss Heights, you would notice that she is actually a mirrored pictured image of Queen Elizabeth in all of her clothing that she makes her appearances in, even all of the hat wear. Look at this. Look at these images. Google and go to images. Look at these hats, people, that she is wearing. This is 100% Queen Elizabeth in every sense of the word. I want to show you something except for the royal crown. Look at this. I even seen some other hats, but look at these images. See if I can bring that up. These hats. Look at this hat here. Here's the bar, but here's one here. Even the signature yellow hats that the Queen wears. Okay, I'm going to have to go, look at this. Now, I'm going to go to Queen Elizabeth and show you something. Look at the hats, people. Look at this. And it's far by a coincidence. It's not just a coincidence of what I'm doing here, because I'm alleging genetic bridging and genetic manipulation. And I'm accusing those of ancient rooted royalty and ancient rooted religion. So anytime that I can link or make links such like this is not a coincidence. This is a spot on moment where I am identifying a genetic manipulation process that involves mules. I'm stating that, and I know she's a civil rights activist, people, and I know this. However, you have to look into her strange history. Not this woman here, but I'm talking about Mrs. Heights' history. Mrs. Heights has never married. If you try to Google and try to find anything about her with a man, there's nothing there. Nothing. However, she's an activist and she does a lot of work with females. What am I implying? That all of her work is circumvented around that of females. Everything. Female activists, female this, female that, everything. The next red flag that is there is the fact of the matter that this woman, wherever there is a genetic manipulation, these genes in this contamination process, this cyclination process, revolves back to the motherland, which is Africa. This woman's history has that where she has went to Africa and have done work over there as well too, in the sense of clinics and that of with the dealing with hygiene or anything dealing with children over there with humanitarian. She's been there. You see, I'm not downplaying what this woman has done for the cause of African Americans here in America. But what I am questioning is by what design this woman, and the design is that of Queen Elizabeth. This is Queen Elizabeth here. All of this is royal. So I tried to Google to find out anything which was relating to her visiting over in England or anything. I tried to get information based on her father. I couldn't get any information based on her father. Or it came up, but you can't go into or her mother. It goes off to somewhere else. But at some point in this information that I am bringing up, I'm telling you people that there is a royal connection to this woman. She is signifying it by wearing the royal clothing, the image of the queen. You see this? So it's my position that the royalty, ancient rooted royalty, and ancient rooted religion is contaminating the genes of that of mankind. It's my position that they get mules and send them off to contaminate other places and go out and under the guise of a helping hand, whereas they have the knife in the other hand. Almost like a scenario of that of the Last Supper, where I think I forget who, whatever his name was, reaching around and stabbing the other, stabbing Judas in the back. I think it was not Simon, but I forgot who it was. But anyway, that type of scenario is what is being actually described here. Now, people, I opened up the door to this information. All you have to do, instead of ridiculing me for saying, well, why are you doing this? This woman was an activist, this, that, and the third. I just want you to keep in mind that this woman never took on a husband. There is no information regarding this woman and a man. If you Google all images regarding this woman, the only male figures that she appears with in public are socialite images, which is that of the presidents, other activists. That's it. I mean, nothing more so dealing with that of a partner. There's President Obama kissing her at one point. I mean, this is the only images that you can Google about this woman. This woman is very mysterious, but she does appear to be wearing, every time that she makes her appearance, the royal image of Queen Elizabeth. This, people, is the reality beyond what is going on in this world. This woman has been around forever. And I know that she's made some remarkable and outstanding contributions to that of African Americans here in America. But does what has she been doing behind the scenes, if there is something behind the scenes, does that outweigh everything that she actually stands for on face? It's my position that there is cause for reason to believe everything that I am stating here, because, like I said, this woman appears in all of her images online very similar to this woman. And I have tied them to genetic manipulation and genetic bridging. So why do we have an African American woman here in America who is representing that of African people appearing identical to that of a Queen of England in an image and an attire? And not just that, people. Look at how I came upon this information. I came upon this information through the commemorating photo of Miss Heights and the encryptions in her hair, which appear as a halo that implies that she was genetically bridged over and she was a genetic mule. All of this information, that's what this is implying in this image, this Google search image, this painting. Now, how can I find a queen encoded in her hair and the crown, the royal crown, right there, and then go and start searching in vain? Well, I can't say in vain. I go searching within mind that I'm going to find something that connects this woman to royalty. And when I pull up her images, I'm looking at her wearing, you might as well say that she's wearing the royal crown, because she's wearing the royal image of the Queen. In all of her appearances, she appears similar to that of Queen Elizabeth. How many minutes do I have here? People, I'm going to leave you with that. My position is that you must look at this woman with scrutiny for all of the above of what I just said. I know this woman is passed on and gone. I know that family's going to be upset. I know that many people may be upset about this. But you should be more upset over the fact that I'm able to pinpoint links like this based on something that I took from a commemorating photo on Google and shown you in art encryption. I do decode art, people. See my other videos here. And how these people are using those that come into their circle, those that are public figures, people that rise to a level of success as genetic mules to contaminate others through a genetic bridging process that is carried out in a cauldron cult-like cycle that is causing for the changing of mankind's being. Now, I got a few minutes. Hold on, I got 2 minutes left. Let me tell you one thing before I actually let this go. With all of the money and all of the power that these people have, there's only one thing that is left out, and that is longevity, the fountain of youth. Whereas there are people in real time here in America going to go getting breast jobs done, boob jobs done, and getting face lifts and all of this, that, and the third. These people, in all reality, well, this queen in all reality, and the history of her royalty, have been doing it not outwardly, which would ultimately come, but inwardly through a genetic bridging process. And people, you must believe me when I tell you, look at my other videos. My name is Gerone Wright. I'm going to end that video there. And I am stating that you should look at the history of Dorothy Irene Heights, because I believe that she is a genetic mule, or was a genetic mule of that of ancient rooted royalty, and this is why all of her appearances, she appears in wearing the jewels or the family attire of that of ancient rooted royalty, or should I say Queen Elizabeth. I'm going to end the video there. Hello everybody, Gerone Wright here, and once again you're joining me on my Gerone Wright channel. Okay, I only have 15 minutes again, so I have to make this pretty quick. Here I have images up of Queen Elizabeth. I ended up coming into her today and in that Google search, which I'm going to bring up in a minute and come back. What actually brought me to the Queen is this image over here. And the reason how I arrived back at the Queen is because this Google search image of Dorothy Irene Heights actually depicts encryptions in her hair. Her hair represents our genes. Okay, in one of those images, after I created a video, I released a video already, but in one of those images, doing a video about her is because of something else that I was working on today regarding Dorothy Irene Heights and the contributing image of her 120, I think 20-something anniversary picture done by Google. Right here at the earring, where there's a diamond in the ear, I can see an image of a woman wearing a crown. I'm going to bring that image up and bring it in close for you. Hold on. If I can get it there. Let me see.